expect nothing less.
Facts.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 70 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories, Mikey P. Philly Phil is back, so we're fully loaded
Yes, sir.
tonight. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to our live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Take it away.
Thank you, my friend. Another great show ahead. Welcome back, Philly Phil. We missed you. All right. Episode 70
Phil
is
cares again.
loaded.
He cares again.
Okay. Nah, Phil, I had your back, yo.
He did.
I had your back.
Well, you guys talking shit?
Wow, he didn't even
You
listen.
didn't even listen.
I
When
told you.
we were talking about.
Never mind. You're right.
No, wait, no.
Check my resume.
You're right.
I was-
You're right, yo.
Yo.
Damn, yo.
I was at the office till
You know,
like 8,
I
9
choose to
o'clock
see
when
the
I was
good
in
in
North
people,
Carolina.
man.
And S-Lax.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I was
choose to-
shitting my pants when I was
I
out there,
choose
bro.
to see the good
That's
in
what I was
people,
saying.
Phil. I believed in you.
I was just
You let
saying
me
Phil
down.
was taking a shit.
Dude, it felt like someone took a Dremel to my rim.
Oh,
All right, Mikey P, start us off.
oh
with
my
NCAA.
God. Woo, man.
This shit get crazy.
Like someone put like 80 grit sandpaper between my ass.
You were hurting.
We have the Snapchat.
There's nobody like him. There's nobody. That's Philly Phil, everybody. All right. Episode 70. Loaded. We got Eagles. All right. NFL contract year receivers. The Lakers. Sorry, Mike.
The who?
The fakers.
Right?
The fakers.
You got the Phillies. And you got Tiger Woods. We're going to talk golf on the show.
We can do whatever.
We're an all sports
Facts.
show.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing here.
All sports, all facts.
Yeah.
Straight up.
All sports, all facts.
We're
Episode 70.
Fine. I'm with it. But guys, before we start, okay, this episode of P&I is brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up for Prize Picks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That's Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, be sure to subscribe to us at the Props Network at propshq.com, where we are live right now. All right, go over there, check it out. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, that was nice.
Told you he cares.
I wasn't
again.
expecting the applause. I love it. All right, but to start the show, guys, and Phil, you can just leave it on the P&I music.
Oh, no. It's
This is going to be one of my
It
favorite
looped.
episodes. I have no idea why.
Probably Jack Harrer.
There's a big game tonight, fellas. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. First of all, shout out, okay? South Carolina, the Cocks. South Carolina Gamecocks, the women. Former Temple head coach Dawn Staley wins her second championship. Round of applause. We love Temple here.
I would take Shorty over Doc right now.
Dawn Staley's the best. Great coach. All right. So, South Carolina, Dawn Staley's 2-0 in championships. Awesome story. They dominated. But men's basketball championships, you guys are shot. Men's basketball. Oh, Jesus. We got North Carolina 8 seed versus Kansas 1 seed tonight. It'll be after our show, so we'll be able to tune in. All right. I want to know what you guys are predicting, because both of my picks from last round were wrong. And by the way,
Regular.
you know I don't like Duke, and I still picked them because I was just like, why not? UNC will probably win, but well, you know, it's a good story. So my picks flopped. What's everyone thinking though for tonight?
Kansas. We were talking about it last episode a little bit, last Thursday, and I was saying that was like the 1 seed that nobody was talking about, similar to Baylor last year. And it's just Kansas is just so good. They got off to like a 10-0, or they went ahead by 10 to Nova, and then Nova was just never able to catch up.
Look, if you were to tell me right now that Nova would score 65 points in the game against Kansas, I'd say they're probably winning 8 out of 10 times. Kansas shot the ball like lights out. Absolute lights out. So I'm picking Kansas tonight too. I mean, UNC, great story. This is the lowest seed to reach a championship ever. Okay? So it's kind of crazy. And by the way, I was right. UNC Duke, that was the first time they ever faced off in the tournament, ever.
The thing was
Crazy, right?
UNC, yeah,
These are
Caleb,
always 1 seeds.
Caleb Love.
Yeah.
is a beast.
They got some players, man.
Like it's
Bacot.
gonna, I actually think the 4.5 is telling me to me the way I am tells me to bet Kansas because I feel like the spread is big. Pause. And it's like I feel like Kansas. I mean, UNC can keep it close though. To be honest, I really do. Like I don't.
They're really underrated.
Yeah, like I feel like UNC's been overlooked in a sense. Maybe because they have the 8 seed next to them, but I don't know, man.
You guys are missing it, man. You guys are missing it. I think you guys are both missing it.
What?
We've been talking about it since we started this fucking podcast. What did I say? One word. Passion. Yo, UNC's winning this shit, dog.
It's on short days rest too.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, you know what? Did you
They're winning this shit, yo. You want to know why?
You saw Roy Williams celebrating, didn't you?
No. The coach said he loves emotion. That trickles down the whole team.
I do too. Oh, he'll be.
They're going to be juiced up for this game, bro. They've been underdogs the whole tournament, and now they're coming, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna die tonight.
We'll see. I'm rooting for the underdog. Fuck that.
I'm going with Kansas only because Joel Embiid. That's it.
Yeah, he scares me now
what
that he
the fuck
likes
does that
Kansas.
mean, Joel
It means
Embiid?
nothing.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm rooting for his roots.
Come on.
I'm rooting for the roots.
Fuck the
UNC
roots.
probably will win.
I'm rooting
Just
for
watch.
passion.
They probably will. But I'll pick Kansas. All right.
I'm nervous that he's picking Kansas.
I'm rolling with the
I've checked your resume.
Do the opposite of what I did last round.
Yeah, well, I took Duke to win it all. So
I'm not going to tolerate that much longer, pals, all right? You'll be checking my resume in about 5 minutes.
hey, shit. Hey.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Hey,
You'll be
okay.
checking that
Okay.
It's
resume.
fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
All is fair in love and war.
It
Okay.
is.
Go ahead.
No, you're loving
see.
pod.
I'm loving this.
You'll see.
This is fun.
Go ahead, Nick. Give me that.
Pause.
Oh, shit. You'll see. Right?
See for
We'll see.
we'll see.
Philly Phil, it's NFL time. And you can play that shit first, all right?
Wait, NFL what? Which one? Which one you want?
Give me some NFL Fox. It's always a jam.
Fuck with foxes.
Turn that shit up and I'm gonna have you change it in a second. So we're starting with some major news in the NFL. It happened not too long ago. All right. First subject of the night. Philly Phil. Breaking news. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles made a major deal with the Saints. And here it is. I'm going to read it off to you. The Philadelphia Eagles are giving up 2 first-rounders. Huh? The 16 and the 19 plus a 6th-rounder from this year to the New Orleans Saints for the 18 pick, for the 101 overall pick in the 3rd round, a 7th-round pick from this year, a 1st-rounder from next year. Oh, that sounds familiar. And a 2nd-rounder in 2 years. Major. So now the Eagles and the Saints both have 2 first-round picks in this draft. Fellas, does that sound familiar? I think it sounds a little familiar.
Talk.
You know, you need a reminder? Philly
I
Phil.
do. I forget.
Philly Phil.
Nick looks
Can
like
you,
Nick looks like he had a dick just hit him in the head.
What? I mean, I think you guys are looking too deep into it, but go ahead.
All right.
Oh, it's not even about that.
I got the video right.
I got a reminder. This is for Paul's right here. He needs to check this resume. Go ahead, Phil.
No, it's going to be over here.
He needs to check this resume. It's fucking crazy.
Telling you right now, I'm going to say it again on this show.
Yeah,
They're
turn
going
that
to get
music
rid of
off.
one of those
Turn that
first-round
music off
picks
for 1 sec.
and get a first rounder next
I
year.
restarted that shit. Sorry.
Book it. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to say it again on this show. They're going to get rid of one of those first-round picks and get a first-rounder next year. Book it. Book it.
Well,
and I'll
they
eat
need
my
to-
words.
they
If
need
I'm
to get
wrong, I'll eat
another-
my words.
No, they should
They're
give
gonna
Jalen
be-
Hurts a fair shot. Like that's
And
my point.
he's gonna get
They
his
should give him a
chance,
fucking fair
but they're
shot.
gonna
He's-
have that first
all
rounder
right.
in the pocket for next year's quarterback class, just in case he doesn't pan out this year. That's all.
I find that to be regular shit because you're smart. You know what you're doing.
I'm spot on with the Eagles.
And you're the
That's
best-
one thing I am spot on with.
You're the best in the business.
Guys, I guaranteed it. Multiple times, but last show, like, I actually used the word guarantee. I said it probably at least 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to break this down for everybody. You already know how I feel. I told you the Eagles are going to pick up a first rounder next year, just in case Jalen Hurts flops. All right? That's my thought. They're going to give him a chance to play. They still got 2 first-rounders. They'll use him. All right? They picked up a really good deal here. I mean, you got a second-rounder you could do something with. You got a third-rounder you could do something with. So my thought is this, fellas, and you can let me know how you feel. I think the Eagles are in position for a quarterback next year, just in case. All right? Jalen Hurts can prove us wrong. He's got the opportunity. They'll go out. They'll probably draft a receiver with, I guess now that's the 19th or the 18th pick. All right? They'll take a receiver. It'll probably be like Treylon Burks. Great fit. I would love it. But the first pick is what's interesting to me. Because now you got compensation to move up if you want. Or, I mean, there should be plenty there. I think it's going to be a defensive lineman, or they trade up if Sauce Gardner is on the board and he's close to them. And they use one of those picks they just got to get there.
I loved it for the Eagles. I thought it was smart all the way around. They traded the Colts pick. So they basically got more of a haul for Carson Wentz. And the thing is, like, it's great to have all the picks. It's just like Howie's great with that. I just don't trust Howie to make the picks.
True.
So it's like when I see that, that's the discouraging part. But I mean, they got a haul for it. I don't know what Mickey Loomis was doing.
Well, we'll talk about the
that.
Saints too. I guess here, let's start with the Eagles then. Let's just stick with the Eagles and then we'll flip to the Saints. So that's your thought on the Eagles.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
And they won the deal.
Awesome. Absolutely. It's not even close.
I think it actually. I think you guys are looking at it a little too negative on Jalen Hurts. I don't like that.
Wait, you say they?
I feel like. Well, there's a positive side to it too. Like, what if the Eagles drafted a corner or a position of need, such as wide receiver or whatever? But maybe what if they held that draft pick for next year to stockpile it so they could trade for a wide receiver? That's a team that needs a quarterback next year's draft because this year's draft is trash, right? That's the reports.
Yeah.
Like 0 first-round picks in the first round. So
Well, the quarterbacks, yeah.
right.
Quarterback classes.
So next year there's going to be a quarterback, most likely.
Multiple.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple.
Bryce Love.
Correct. So now you can see the Eagles, okay, we're going to hold these picks, but now we have capital to trade for next year. So if you don't have a quarterback this year and you're going next year needing a quarterback, we got trade. You got capital right there. You have trade capital.
I know.
So my thing is, like,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
right. So I mean, I don't necessarily think it's like bad on Hurts though. Like I feel like it's not like it's like a one and done deal with him. You got to give him weapons.
Well, here
you draft a wide receiver and then you say you fuck around and you trade for DK Metcalf. You have Devontae Smith. You got your wide receiver, your first round pick, and you got DK Metcalf. Go crazy. Go crazy.
If Hurts plays well,
go
I think
crazy.
that's what they will do.
Why not?
Hey, you already
You get
see
them all
right
on
now.
cheap deals. You got your wide receivers on cheap deals, and now you have the next couple years to assess which ones do I want to keep.
Well, DK
Long
Metcalf
term.
will get paid after next year.
Yeah,
after this
he's
year,
going to
right?
get paid.
Yeah, well, he'll stay
And-
with the Eagles.
The
then.
Eagles,
but
correct.
exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
with
and
you.
there's
That's
Totally.
something.
it.
Hey,
He's 24 years old.
this is exactly what I said. Hurts will get a chance. If he proves it that he could be the franchise QB this year, they'll keep him, and that's great. They'll have a pick lined up next year, and they'll stack they'll stack another need that they have to go out and get. And if not, you have the trade bait for a QB. You could use those 2 picks plus a pick in future years. You have Jalen Hurts, who still will be an asset, a tradable asset, because he's not going to flop that badly. They won 9 games this year. They could have won more. He's going to be a tradable asset for at least a first or second round pick.
What's the fair chance?
He's going to literally be auditioning right now as the franchise QB, and they can still surround him with what he needs in this draft class, despite giving up that first. They can go out and get a receiver. They could trade for a DK with one of the picks. And they already have one of the best offensive lines in the game. The run game is always good in this city. They didn't re-sign Miles Sanders yet.
Thank God.
They will, I'm sure.
Do you guys think that Devontae Smith and another number one first round wide receiver, is that enough for him?
Who?
Like, because
Yeah.
they're young players.
I'd be intrigued.
They're not like veterans yet in the game. So like I feel like they're still learning and growing as well. Like just because Devontae Smith is on his second year, you know what I mean? Like I feel like he's not there yet.
Well,
to
yeah,
where
I
he's gonna
understand.
be.
I
So like you
understand what
gotta
you're
give him
saying.
time. You know what I mean? So like I feel like a guy like with DK's credibility in the league and his experience with Russell Wilson and stuff, like I think he can come in and help those guys out. So like for me, like if I'm the Eagles, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm stockpiling that pick and I'm waiting for the right opportunity, and I'll ship it out.
So
because that's going to be probably worth more than this year's pick because of the quarterback class.
So my thoughts on this also is if I could have had that deal, or they could have gotten DK for that first for the 18th, I would have taken DK. And to me, that's because at that point now, I feel like you won 9 games with Hurts in his rookie season. It was his rookie season.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, you saw what Hurts can do. He has all the stuff you can't teach. He like the tools that he needs to work on, I believe that he's going to work on them. And he's given me no reason to think otherwise. So why wouldn't you go get a big-time receiver like DK, surround Hurts with DK, Smith, Goddard, then Sanders and Scott, go get a veteran running back like a Jordan Howard again, and go from there. That's personally what I would have did. But the return for what they got, though, for that pick was great.
Yeah,
because they can
absolutely.
still do that next year. It's just
And they picked up a 2 and a 3 essentially for free.
And I'm saying this right now. The Eagles are winning more than 9 games this year.
I already told you what I think. They're winning the division. Period.
Yeah.
Right now.
So I think they're the best team.
This
in
is
the division.
pre-upgrading via the draft. They got more moves they can make, but they could still trade that pick right now. They could trade the 18th pick or whatever the hell it was, whatever they just got from the Saints. That's the lower pick of the two. 18's getting it done for DK. 18 actually might be an overpay. 18's going to get it done.
That's a high draft.
So you
pick
can
for
still
him.
do that. Now that's a matter of do they want to pay him? We'll see. He's not the only guy, by the way, and we'll talk about these receivers shortly, actually.
Yeah.
But they can still do. They have so much flexibility right now. They pick up a 2 and a 3. They create flexibility for next year in the QB class where there should be 2, maybe 3 star QBs. And this is acknowledged by pretty much everyone. You already got Bryce Love there. I mean, they obviously have their eye on something. They got their eye on something. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I mean, they basically covered themselves. They insured themselves in the event that Jalen Hurts does not pan out or he just stays the same. And that's okay, too. This version of Jalen Hurts can win games in the NFL. But that doesn't mean he's a franchise QB. He can win games. He won 9 already. And I already said he's going to win the division this year. But we'll see. I mean,
if he wins the division and they try to trade him, I won't.
So that's the thing. So if he wins the division, is he a franchise quarterback?
I would say yeah.
Got to see if he develops as a passer, you know? Can he be a winning quarterback? Yes. Can he be a franchise quarterback? That's a different story. That's reserved for the guys who are the elites. That's how I deem it, though. Everyone else has their own definition.
Yeah. That's fair.
I don't know. If a guy can
But
come in and he
gotta
can
pay
win me
Jalen
games,
Hurts too soon.
if he can come in and win me games, that's the bottom line result. Fuck the stats.
Well, I know
wanna
what
win
you
the
guys
fucking
care
football
about.
Game, you want to win.
I know you guys care about the wins.
Absolutely.
I do too, but
Absolutely.
I like the overall,
Absolutely.
the whole picture. And I know that the Eagles want to throw the football.
Yeah.
They want to throw the football. They got a head coach who wants to throw the football. And he catered to the strengths of his team. Their running team now. You can win with Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Wins matter, man.
Of course they do.
No doubt.
It's just not the only thing. That's
No.
It's
That's
not the only thing for a QB.
But it's up there.
It matters.
Bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
It matters. I mean,
Poise,
he won 9
experience.
games as basically a rookie.
I mean,
Someone's going to want him.
Lamar
if
has
he's
improved
available.
as a passer, you would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If he
so-
takes that kind of leap,
I was just getting ready to say that.
then we have a conversation to have.
Correct.
Because then suddenly there's only a few guys in the game that can do what they do.
Because of their legs.
But that's the thing. I mean, they got so much flexibility now. So, I mean, I loved it for the Eagles either way. They won the
Yeah.
deal. They
Yeah,
pick
no
up a
doubt.
2 and a 3.
Yeah.
So, major win. But, guys, what do you think this means for the New Orleans Saints? Now, they got 2 first-rounders this year. They signed Jameis, 2 years, basically almost fully guaranteed. Oh, that's a good question.
4 and 12 Watson
Hold that
or-
thought, Tom. Hold that thought. I should
Right
be
now?
answering now.
Right now?
Let's
I'll ta-
answer him.
Right now?
There, Tom says, Pauls, would you take a 4 and 12 Watson or 11-5 Hurts, but Watson blew him out of the water in the stats?
Give me Hurts because he doesn't have 22 civil cases of rape on his name.
All right, well, take that away.
I don't know. You can't.
Well, you can because
You can't take that away.
we're talking
If we're
about
talking-
Watson via 2019 or 2020.
So we're going back 2 years. All right. At that point, I'm looking at Watson at 4 and 12. I don't know yet.
You wild it up, bro. I'll take 11-5 Hurts. I'm in the fucking playoffs. What do you mean?
I'm trying to understand.
I mean, here's the thing, though, Tom.
I want to win a bowl. What the fuck? I can't win a bowl if I'm 4-12.
I mean, and my thing is, again, like, I know Watson's Watson is a good player, but like we're acting like they moved heaven and earth for somebody with one playoff win. I don't care what he changed. He has one playoff win.
Time out. We need some clarification on this question because obviously, like, are you saying the type of season that Watson had when he was 4-12, or the type of season that Jalen Hurts had at his 9-win year? Like, what are we talking about here?
Oh, give me the 9 wins over the 5,000 yards passing and the, oh my God, look at that miraculous play that got him 4 wins out of 16 games.
But what I think he's saying is if you plug him in the Eagle situation.
Yes, because he's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Because the other thing is I'm sure that he's talking about the future. So, I mean, if it's the future, that's the kind of guy that I want. I want the guy that is a passer. I want a guy that I know is going to be the better quarterback of the two. If I'm building my future around him, the stats are lying both ways. Because I mean, Hurts didn't go 11-5 anyway, but he won 9 games, and I know that he's probably not going to be a franchise QB, but I'll give him a chance.
That's a great question. I love it. That's good.
Yeah.
You know,
but still, I'm rolling with Jalen because I ain't got to worry about him at 2 a.m. on Race Street.
But I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't want to just get there. That's the thing.
How many Super Bowls does Deshaun Watson have? I'm just curious out there.
Who's got a better chance of winning a Super Bowl, Deshaun Watson or Jalen Hurts? Right now,
I'm going to go with the guy that played a fully healthy season last year and has no baggage. That's a fair point.
If I take out Deshaun Watson's name,
who the hell wouldn't? Truthfully,
I mean, never mind. It's a top 5 QB. I mean, if you're giving me a top 5 QB to roll with right now, listen.
He got a lot to prove this year, bro.
A lot.
Because I get it. I know, but you got to. I know you're talking about his cases, though. I mean,
I know
what
you're saying. Quarterback for quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
Quarterback for quarterback. It's not even a question.
It's not even a question.
He's a good quarterback.
It was a good question. I know what Tom was doing.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I know what he was doing. He's trying to get me fired up. I'm in long sleeves and I don't feel like sweating.
Dave, I got to answer
He's a good quarterback. That's it.
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
He's very good.
He's a good quarterback.
He's great. He's very good. He's an elite quarterback.
Good quarterback.
He's a franchise quarterback.
He's laughing too because
I hate quarterback.
I know. I hate how you're massaging it the way you want, and that's fine. He's a franchise quarterback. Intended. I know, right? I didn't even mean to do that.
We're gonna see. The Browns.
We are gonna see. We're gonna see quite a bit.
They better go to the promised land.
We got 5 years.
I don't want to hear the AFC stacked as hell. Oh my God, they had all these obstacles and all this other bullshit.
I'm right there with you,
Fuck
Nick.
that. If you are that guy, you're getting $230 fucking million guaranteed. You better take your ass to this fucking Super Bowl.
That's I'm right there with you, brother.
Up. And I don't want to hear no bullshit.
But he's a franchise QB.
He is.
Well, we're gonna see. He's a good quarterback. When you talk about elites, you talk about the guys that go into hostile environments and get a fucking W. They figure it out. They do. That's
carrying a Houston franchise that shitty.
That's an elite quarterback.
The way he had, that's elite.
Well, look, he's a good quarterback. He has good stats.
I hate the word "good" that you're using right now. I hate it. Because he's not just good. He don't get a fully guaranteed contract if he's good.
I wonder what quarterback.
He's a franchise quarterback,
what
a top 5
led,
QB.
like the worst NFL franchise, their first playoff win in like 26 years.
Here we go.
No, I'm not. Do not even say his fucking name, please.
Wait, I want to answer Dave real quick. He says this is the first he heard about the Eagles trade. He needs to process it. Dave, I told you last show.
Yeah, really.
Dave, it's the 49th minute of the last show, and that's when I told you the Eagles are making that deal. I'm just fucking around.
It was right on schedule.
I can't believe they did it like right now, though.
I actually thought it was fake. My brother sent me the thing from Twitter.
Came out of nowhere.
For a minute, and then I clicked and saw it was verified. I'm like, oh, shit, all right.
It came out of nowhere. All right, well, listen, we shifted off the Saints. I don't know how we fucking went off the Saints, but I think that the Saints could have interest in a QB right now.
So do I. I feel like they're gearing up to trade up.
Exactly. Like
I don't know. I'm just saying that's like a move where you're getting first round picks to move towards the top 5.
Because it's either that or they think that they're playoff ready and they're going to get 2 guys that'll start and they think Jameis is the guy.
Who would be
the
first
receiver?
Hold on, yo. Who would be?
They barely need.
They're getting the wide receiver.
Who would be the first quarterback? Who would be the first team to take a quarterback the Panthers if they don't
Right now.
trade for Garoppolo or Baker.
It really does look like Panthers.
And what are they, 7 or
They're
8?
6.
6?
So whoever
5. Okay,
whoever
there you go.
wants, if there's a top QB, I mean, look, the demand always goes up at this time of year. You see that the 3 teams that need a QB, they didn't make a move yet, so it tells you they're probably going to draft one. Okay?
At that
so
point,
the
who do you
odds
think?
are someone's got to leapfrog the Panthers at 5 or 4. It's the Giants and who's 4? I don't know. It's another team that might be open for business. but
Lions?
it's- No.
Texans, Jets.
Oh, it's the Jets. Jets and Giants, 4-5 back to back.
I was just naming the
And they're
slot of
open
the
for
league.
business. Yeah, it's easy, right? It's really easy. It's the same teams. All right?
I mean, they're definitely getting a wide receiver with one of them. I feel like.
Someone's got to leapfrog the Panthers at 6, though, if they want a QB. Like, if
What
they,
if they
want
want DK?
insurance.
I
And
don't think they're gonna get a quarterback.
What if they want DK?
But what I don't see that fit. You know what I mean?
DK?
Like with Jameis,
And Michael Thomas
I mean,
can't guard Mike.
He's literally signed to a bridge deal.
that would be crazy.
So, I mean,
It would,
it's
though.
possible. It's
That would
just
be a
like,
mean wide
which
receiver set.
which
But
one do you
Jameis,
want? Because
like-
if you want
No, I know. He's mids.
if you want Malik Willis, the odds are you gotta go ahead of the Panthers, and the Panthers would settle on Pickett at 6. So if you want Willis, you just so you know you're gonna get him, you have to move to 5.
And I feel like Willis has.
The Panthers
a
are going
similar-
to take a quarterback as of right now.
Who? I'm sorry.
The Panthers are going to
Yeah.
take a quarterback as of right now, and they've kind of hinted at it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get Malik Willis.
So that's the thing is if the Saints want Malik Willis, they got to hop them and they got to get the 5th or 4th pick,
That's not gonna happen.
and that's going to be tough to do.
So it would be 2 firsts.
But if the Panthers want Pickett, which is possible,
You think?
then the Saints could move up a few picks easy. They wouldn't have to go in the top 5.
See, I think you know what's gonna happen is I don't think any other team is really targeting Malik Willis that high. So I think Carolina is actually gonna trade back probably in the draft. Gather some picks.
There's a lot of smoke right now.
and then let the dust settle and then go get your guy at a cheaper rate. You're gambling, but you got to
here.
see you got to study the draft board and see where you land.
I actually like how you said that because let me ask you a
Because
question.
you could do that.
What if the Saints were to trade up, they get ahead or they get ahead of Carolina? At that point, if Carolina's reading the board like Howie Roseman did last year when he drafted Devontae Smith because he leapfrogged the Giants, what if at that point they're reading the board and then Carolina at that point trades back because they know they can still get Pickett or their guy later? They could get another 2nd or 3rd rounder.
They'd have to play it to perfection. And the problem is now you're seeing these teams, like, they're showing interest in the QB class. And this always happens. Even with the lower QB classes, the demand's always going to be up towards draft time. And now it does look like there's going to be probably 2 in the top 15. Initially, it was looking like it wouldn't be. Yeah. I mean, that's even what I said. I said to you guys, I wasn't sure if any would go in the first round. But now you see, no one took a shot at Baker yet. Nobody took a shot at Jimmy G.
I read today possibly by the end of the month.
He'd have to be cut.
That's what I think's going to happen.
He'd have to be cut.
That's fucking crazy.
I know.
I know.
It is. And it's a risk. I mean, overall,
Oh yeah, it's a risk.
the whole thing is a risk for just everyone, every party involved. I mean, if you miss out on a QB, you're basically praying that Baker makes it there. And there's a chance that he doesn't. And then on the Brown side, there's a chance that they're stuck with him. They're going to have to cut him, probably.
That would be wild, dude.
Same with the
That
49ers
situation
and
is
Jimmy
nuts.
G. It's this mirror situation.
The Niners
Both of them are getting paid.
and the Browns have the craziest quarterback situations I've ever seen.
And hey, this is what happens. They weren't proactive about it, you know?
More the Browns.
Yeah,
than the
I just
Niners.
thought of. I'm sitting here and I'm going through the teams in my head and I'm like, we talk about guys like Baker and whoever was on the market at the time, like Jimmy G's and Baker's. Daniel Jones is like a safe quarterback. Like, why is he not like ever talked about?
That's such a good
Nobody
point, dude.
ever says shit about him, and he's mids. You want to talk about mids?
He is.
That motherfucker's mids.
No, he's
yo.
regular.
You want to know why they
He's
cling?
Reggie.
They
But,
cling
like,
to
he
him
stick-
because he
like-
shows moments of being one of those guys who's got the physical aspect you can't teach, and he'll have a couple blow up games, fantasy stats, this and that, and it looks great, but he can't sustain it. So
Daniel Jones is sticks and seeds.
they
Yeah,
hire
so
Brian Dable. They hire him.
He's not mids.
No.
Repeat it one more time for the audience.
Daniel Jones is sticks and seeds.
Sticks and seeds. That's probably the episode title. You better write that down.
No, I'll
I just don't get it.
Sticks
I mean,
and seeds.
I get it. I understand it. Like, okay, he has a couple good games, but it's like, all right, dude. Like, is that your future? Like, I don't understand. Like, how the fuck did he never gets brought up?
Is he gonna win you a Super Bowl?
No.
The reason why
If he's not gonna win you a Super Bowl, why do you want him?
That's what I'm saying.
Tell him, Nick.
And you're wondering, you understand me. See? You understand me. What's
That's
the ultimate
serious.
goal? The ultimate goal is to win the fucking Super Bowl. Why else do you play? I'm curious.
Well, they got Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Tyrod, excuse me.
Excuse
I apologize.
you.
I apologize.
That's major disrespect.
I know. I apologize, Tyrod.
I think it's dumb.
They
But
hire
whatever.
Brian Dable because they want to see if he could be the next Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen didn't start too well in his career either.
Yeah,
They got
but
very similar physical measurables.
Who?
They have similar physical measurables.
Who's Josh Allen?
Josh Allen as a rookie was also not good. I'm saying the reason why Brian Dable was hired was to see if they could make Daniel Jones the next Josh Allen. Do I think they can? Hell no. I think he's.
they got rid of Joe
I think
Judge.
he's mids.
Okay,
It was probably
I'm
Joe
just telling you
Judge.
why they hired him.
But this guy's had like 4 seasons now. But like
I
Baker's
know.
off the hook after like couple of like.
I agree
that's
with
what
you.
I don't understand. But yet the Niners want to get rid of a guy that just went to the NFC Championship game and he went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Make it make sense for me, please.
And nobody
Why the
wants
fuck
him.
is Daniel Jones safe
Nobody.
and this guy's getting fucking thrown around in trade talks all year? That's a distraction to him. That's a fucking disgrace to your player. To do
Joe
that.
Judge.
Welcome to the
Like,
NFL,
straight up,
brother.
yeah. Nah, ain't no welcome to NFL shit. That's bullshit that they do that. They hide this little fucking Daniel Jones cape.
No,
they
and
put
no,
the cape on.
I wanna
You
say
want to know
something.
why else,
They
too?
put the cape
They
on.
suck.
Get that shit out
No
of
one
here, bro.
cares about
He
the
does
Giants.
have a
They
good point,
suck.
though, because he does have a really good point. Because for all the
I
crazy
agree.
quarterback
And he's
shit
in the
that's
New
been
York
going on,
media.
I'm in agreement.
yeah, Daniel Jones
hell outta
really
here.
does not get as shit on as
Because they're
most
a
people do.
trash organization who sucks. They're horrible. They're horrible.
It was Joe Judge.
Get the fuck
Saying.
out of here.
That's
No,
why
it
no one
wasn't.
cares.
It was not Joe Judge. He didn't coach him his whole career. Idiots.
Who was his?
I didn't say anything about Joe Judge. That was him.
Who
I don't
was
care.
his-
You guys shit on all you
Who
want.
was
It
his
don't matter.
first coach? Was it Ben McAdoo?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because he sat Eli for Daniel Jones.
Did he? I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Ben McAdoo. Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
No, he sat him for
was.
Geno Smith. I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
Geno
wait.
Smith.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Excuse me. Who cares? They all suck. That's why I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My memory is fading because they don't belong in my memory. They're trash.
Well, I just wanted to bring that up because I just think it's kind of bullshit, to be honest with
Nick,
you.
there's-
I just don't like it. I just, it's time to pull the cape down on this dude.
I agree with you.
He's
100%.
He's trash.
But you know what, Nick? I hope he stays there for a long time
oh,
because
yeah, I get it, but
he is the quarterback of the Giants right now.
like nobody talks about him. It's just,
And our Eagles are in that division.
it's unbelievable, honestly.
He is really poop. I don't know how we got to Daniel Jones. He could get traded too, for that matter. Honestly,
It's just,
he could get traded before that 5th-year option. He could get traded. All right. So, guys, I think it's time. I think it's time now to go. I think we should cover the Lakers first. I keep pushing off the contract receivers, but like the Lakers are more pressing right now.
Okay.
All right. I want to get Mike riled up.
the Lakers. Oh my God.
Philly Phil, some NBA TNT, please.
Try to tell him, man.
Oh, TOT.
Oh, that works too. TNT,
That's
THT,
crazy.
TOT.
TOT.
Oh, I did have the TNT one. My bad.
That's all good.
I thought I only had one.
This one's better, honestly. The Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, man. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Pauls? Mm-hmm. All right. The Los Angeles Lakers have lost 6 straight, 2 with AD back. Anthony Street Clothes Davis is back with 2 games. They lose anyway. The Lakers are 2 games out of a playoff spot with 4 to play. Oh, man. 4 to play. They can only essentially right now catch the Pels. Highly unlikely. That's 3 games back. You got the Spurs. 2 games back. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys, before we break down the Lakers. Let's go through the schedule. Let's just go through the schedule. The last 4 games for these 3 teams. and we're going to say how it's going to go. And then you're going to know what we think. It's kind of like a bailout. I'm saving Paul from saying they're not making the playoffs.
I know the
He's
fucking
going to say it
schedule.
on the schedule instead.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing, dude. I'm gonna have to shut my computer. I got this. I got his dad trolling me, Tom trolling me. You're laughing at me. He's giving me side eye.
Oh, he's going to rip you more than me.
Bro.
I'll be going after LeBron instead.
I don't even. You know what, man? I'll take it easy on you because I feel you as a fan. You
Nick,
know,
that's
as you
why
get older, you start to appreciate the greatness of LeBron.
No, I'm gonna be very. I'm gonna be objective. So
But
yeah.
Save it.
I am.
Because
I
here's
am.
why, Nick, we're going to just go through the schedule and make it nice and easy for him. And then he can tell us what he really feels. All right? 4 games left. Here is the Lakers' schedule.
How I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This one is tomorrow. First game. Tell me the result. All right? The Lakers are at the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night on NBA TV. Win or loss. I mean, the Suns could rest people, though. This is why I'm saying this.
Yeah,
The Suns could rest people. They did last game. So, do the Lakers beat the Suns? Paul says no. I say no. I say they're
Hell
losing
no.
even if the Suns bench is playing.
I'm saying
That's a good-ass
hell
bench.
No, bro.
All right, so we got here. I'm gonna write this down. Lakers, L for the first game. All right, the second game
They will beat Golden State.
they're playing Golden State on the road. Maybe they rest people.
Then they will beat the Thunder, and then they will beat the Nuggets on Sunday in a revenge game for the one they just lost 2 days ago. I know the fucking schedule, dude. And they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose on Sunday, and then they're gonna lose to the Suns, win the next 3, and they're still missing the playoffs. Everybody was right. I was wrong.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you. I
gotta
said
be
they were
honest.
making
I
the
mean,
playoffs.
Yeah,
I was with you.
You think they're making the playoffs?
No, I said.
Oh,
when you
okay.
said that, I said the same thing. Okay.
I still think you're a little delirious with them winning the last 3 games, but it's all right.
I
I got you. You want to finish strong.
Like, here's the thing. We're
Pause.
like we're banking on them having 2 teams rest their players, and I just don't know. I don't know. So like, all right, just let's hypothetically they go 2-2. All right, let's just say hypothetically, because I mean I don't know how they beat Denver in the last game. Denver might be playing for seeding.
Ain't gonna happen.
Like, I don't know how they're beating Denver.
Well, they almost beat him without LeBron, and I think LeBron would play. So that's what I was anticipating LeBron playing and not taking off.
We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Here's the Spurs schedule. Because this isn't perfect either, all right? But they're 2 games up. All right, here's the Spurs. You got Denver on the road tomorrow. Minnesota on the road. Another team fight for playoff position. That's 2 in a row. You got Golden State at home. You got Dallas on the road. That's not easy, guys. That's not easy, and 3 of those teams are fighting for positioning.
They need to go 1-4 because they hold 1-3 over the next 4 because they hold the tiebreaker over the Lakers. That's why I don't think that the Lakers have a path. They don't, unless San Antonio just collapses.
They would have to go 0-4, basically.
If they go 1-3 and the Lakers go 4-0, that's different. But I don't see the Lakers going 4-0.
The Lakers have to go 4-0. Is what it looks like. I mean, here we'll go through
they
the
hold the
Pels too.
tiebreaker?
Who? The Spurs hold the tiebreaker, but the Lakers going 4-0. They haven't won back-to-back games since like December.
Do you know?
Oh, yeah, they're
do the
done.
Lakers hold? Do the Lakers hold the tiebreaker with the Pels?
Nope.
Probably not. Okay, so
That game last week was for the tiebreaker.
oh man, so the Pels, they have Sacramento on the road. They got Portland at home. They got Memphis on the road and Golden State at home. They're going 2-2, easy right there. Easy 2-2. So that's like a pipe dream, but they're not losing. They're not losing all 4 of those games. So the Spurs would basically have to lose out, and the Lakers would have to win out.
Yeah, they have to collapse. And it's
So
not
we
gonna
answered it right there. The Lakers aren't getting in the playoffs.
Nah.
Are we all in agreement?
Oh yeah. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So first thing we have to do, because some guy named LeBron is taking some major flack from guys like Magic Johnson, for example. LeBron sat out in a must-win game against the Nuggets. Must win, and they lose. So we're trying to, I guess what I'm getting at here is like, where do we assign the blame here? Because they lost 2 games with LeBron and AD. They lost a game where LeBron sat. Like, where do we assign the blame? And Magic made some other comments. You want me to just say them now?
I know them.
I mean, was he hurt?
Because
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll share.
I mean, if he's hurt, then-
Magic said the Lakers easily could have brought DeMar DeRozan back
That's what I was talking about.
in the offseason, and they basically had it agreed to. He wanted to come home. He's from LA. All right? And LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook. And the minute he wanted Russell Westbrook's a Laker. DeMar DeRozan goes and he's having a damn near MVP type of season with Chicago.
He's crushing.
And he was a much better fit, obviously, with the Lakers. But LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook. Okay, so now, and I didn't do that to frame it that way. You know that. Okay? But how do we assign the blame here? Who is to blame? And what do you say about LeBron sitting yesterday?
So to me, I assign the blame to everyone from Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka to LeBron, because Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, the owner and the GM, you make the call for fit. If LeBron, like, there's all the rumors, oh, LeBron's running the team. LeBron's not running the team. All right, if he's not running the team, then you make the call for what you think is the best fit. You could have signed DeMar DeRozan, traded Kyle Kuzma for Buddy Hield, kept KCP, Alex Caruso, and all your dogs to play defense.
That's crazy, man.
It is.
It really is.
I think the issue for me with the Westbrook trade is, in my opinion, I feel like LeBron wanted Westbrook because if AD and Westbrook, if LeBron got hurt or he needed some time off and things like that, AD and Westbrook should be able to carry the team while LeBron is nicked up. He sits out a couple games here and there. Like, LeBron can't be your 1A option.
And it's the name value, too. I feel like
So,
he went for the star.
Yeah.
Russ closed the season last year, literally carried Washington on his back.
What do you mean by that? He can't be your 1A star.
LeBron can't be the number one scorer and number one defender on your team anymore.
So you're saying he's on a decline?
No. He's not on a decline.
I think so are you trying to say that it's because LeBron won't play enough games during the season?
No, I'm
Or
trying
is
to
it
say
just
is that
like,
just because LeBron can't carry a team that's underperforming anymore doesn't mean that he's necessarily on a decline, because his stats in the game are showing you he's not declining. Has he declined in terms of, like, physical ability? To an extent, yeah, he's 37 years old, so he's older. But his offense is still top notch. I mean, everybody says, like, oh, LeBron's getting older, LeBron's on the decline, LeBron's nicked up now, he's injured. He's played more games over the last 5 seasons than Harden, Curry, Durant, Kyrie. So I don't really understand that narrative either. To me, that's just the aura of being LeBron James, is that he's hyper analyzed and hyper criticized with everything he does. Now, I do think him sitting out was bullshit. That makes him scoring, like, he has to score at the rate he's scoring this year. Do I believe he's chasing Kareem and the scoring title? Yes, but that's not a bad thing. Nobody was ripping Steph Curry when he was openly saying, I'm chasing the three-point record. So it's like, again, hyper criticism, but it just comes with him being great. But I don't like him sitting out when your team's in a must-win. But I think that whole team, organization, top to bottom, is just over it. To be honest, I really do. I think it's bad for the game. I think it was a bad look. Colin Cowherd mentioned today, like, NBA, the stars, they sit every other day.
I can't remember a star like LeBron sitting out of a must-win game.
I couldn't believe it. That explained when I first saw the line
don't
on
make
CBS.
sense.
I saw it and I was like, damn, that's a weird line. I didn't
just-
know that LeBron was sitting though at the time. So
they
it
just give him a
explained it.
cop-out as to why they won't make the playoffs? I mean,
Well, no.
whose
'cause
decision was it? I guess it was his to sit
This
out.
is the first time
That's
LeBron
crazy.
was under 500 in the games that he played since his rookie season.
And they're like 15, 16 games under 500.
They're
That
horrible.
don't even make sense.
They're horrible. I think they're 31-47 or something like that. They're horrible. 31-46.
I just closed the standings.
Yeah, they are horrible. It's just they play no defense. They have no 3-point shooters. Their effort's not even there. They just don't even look like they want to play anymore. It's sad, dude. It's really sad.
They're a joke. I mean, I'm not gonna completely excuse LeBron, but sitting out of that game, that's fucking weak ass shit.
It's weak. That was a weak ass move. I'll give him
weak,
that.
and I was stunned. However, this Lakers team, I mean, I it's just crazy how they were built this year. That's all. Like, they still should have. They needed to make the playoffs this year. there's no excuse really. They needed to still make the playoffs. They got to make the playoffs.
I think
that's
also,
not a large ask. They didn't even get into the play-in game.
I know.
And what about
That's what I have a problem with. They got to make the playoffs at the minimum.
I mean, and also too, like Anthony Davis, man, like the dude can't stay healthy. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know if it's bad luck. I don't know, or he doesn't work out hard in the summer. His diet, like, I have no idea why he.
Big man fall hard.
Gotta start eating plant-based tenders, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nick, what's your
just don't get
take
it.
here? Like, what would you say to all this? What's your take?
I didn't see them missing the playoffs. I mean, they definitely should make the playoffs with LeBron and company, but I did say the Lakers were not going to the finals. They were not sniffing the finals at all. They're going to be a first-round exit at least, because that team was relatively up there in age versus the crowd. You know what I mean? So, like, and then Anthony Davis' history. We spoke about this in the before the season, in the fall. So, but yeah, just to reiterate that, I mean, I just pretty much, I felt like they were just, their bench wasn't as deep. They were just star driven, and it just didn't work out for Russell Westbrook, man. He really collapsed, and I didn't see that coming. But
Yeah, let me ask you a question. If you're the Lakers, would you entertain the idea of trading Anthony Davis and keeping Russell Westbrook? Because I think Anthony Davis will have more value on the trade market. And at this point,
would.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I kind of feel like Russell Westbrook is more valuable because at least he's playing.
I would, if you asked me, honest to God, what I would do in order to keep LeBron, I'm trading both of them the fuck out of there so I can do something with the max money. I'm getting rid of both
and Russ
of them.
didn't actually. LeBron
I'm
and
moving
Russ
on.
started to get a little bit of like cohesiveness towards the end. They did, because LeBron was playing off the ball and playing more of a power forward.
But maybe they should have tried that sooner. I would probably just like here's how it goes. LeBron's either leaving or he's staying. And this shit's got to get blown up. That's how I do it. I either say I'm getting the fuck out of there.
he's not going to do that.
I don't think
Or you got to get rid of AD and Russ, because AD's not going to play enough games.
AD on the way.
I'm out. I'm getting rid of him.
AD on the way.
I'm getting rid of both of them.
He on the way back to the treatment table.
Amazing player, but street clothes. Always. I mean, he just came back. It's the 75th game of the season. He just came back now.
He missed.
I'm getting rid of both of them.
6 weeks in the fall, or 8 weeks. I'm sorry, with his knee, and then he came back for 5 games and missed another 6 weeks for a sprained foot or a sprained ankle. I mean, not for nothing. You have guys playing football with a hurt ankle, 2 hurt ankles. I don't understand it. I can't put it in the words, bro.
Because look at the sport they're playing. If you fucking blow on the guy, it's a fucking foul. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, you can't do anything in the sport. So that's what you get.
They might be stuck with I don't want to say both of them, but they're probably going to be stuck with one of them. And it's probably going to be AD, if I had to guess.
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I like.
well, no, because I think
It's
Russ's
crazy.
contract is harder to move. He gets 47
both
this year.
not easy to move.
But I feel like AD.
I just don't know what you're going to get in return. Like you're going to, let's say you got to build around LeBron again. You want LeBron to stay and make another hoorah at the championship. What the fuck do you got? Like, I don't know if you could do it around a bunch of role players, because I don't know what star. Like, you're not going to get a star for star deal. Like, the difference with a Ben Simmons and a Russ Westbrook or AD is that Ben Simmons is 25 years old. He ain't healthy either, but I'm just saying
That actually
Ben
could
Simmons
be,
is
I would-
25,
I
and
would-
at least
that could be an option.
I'm willing to wait on a guy like that. I mean, that's the difference. Like, what star kind of player? You're not going to get a James Harden type. That was just strictly situation. Who can you get? Who can you get?
Well, who are you going to trade
Like,
with?
it's a catch-22.
What
You
about-
got to get rid of them, but
Hold
who
on.
you getting? I don't fucking. The Lakers are shot.
Who are you going to trade with? Who is going to want to take on that kind of player?
That's the
not
thing.
available. So if you have to give up a haul of picks and players for a guy that's not available, then why would they do that?
That's the thing.
So it feels like the Lakers are kind of strapped.
They're,
I have a
they're in
question.
big trouble.
I have
Wait,
a question.
Hold
I
on.
just
Can you
thought
hold
so.
it for 1 sec?
Yeah, I just thought it was
Because, like,
false.
the thing is, if you want to be able to get rid of these guys and get a star in return, you got to give up picks and players to go with it. But then you got to get the money to match up too.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do. on the flip side, the only players you're getting are from a team that has the cap space to eat the contracts, and you're getting role players at best from shit teams. What are you getting? Nothing.
What if?
That's why I feel like they're strapped.
They're in big trouble.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
Like, there's a chance
What
that
was
this
your
team
question?
returns.
Yeah.
My question is, what if scenario? What if the Celtics are a first round or second round exit? Jason Tatum starting his shit or Jaylen Brown. One of them is forcing their way out. Would Boston entertain taking Anthony Davis for one of them?
Hell no.
Because the contract situation, neither of them are signed long term.
That's it.
Well, here's why I would say maybe. Maybe because they had interest in AD before.
That's exactly why I was saying it. Before they traded him to the Lakers, the Celtics were trying to get him.
That's like that's still asking a lot though, because the Celtics
I'm
are
with
playing
you.
good
No,
ball,
I'm totally
man.
with you. I'm just saying.
I just can't see it, but yeah, that would be like the one team where it'd be like, maybe, but it would require the players forcing the hands here,
My exact point.
and that's probably highly unlikely right now,
Yeah, I agree with that.
especially with the way they're playing. They know that they can run a team with those two.
That's what I'm
as
saying.
star
If they have an
players.
ugly exit,
It would have to be so ugly.
one of them, like sometimes they score, 70 combined.
They have to get like swept or upset in the first round.
Well, there was a rift between apparently Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because, like, it was more assist based.
Yeah.
And who's
Who's the star?
Who's the
guy?
Batman?
Yeah.
So that stuff does happen. I mean, it just happened to the Sixers.
Yeah.
But
True.
you never know. I mean, if somebody told me right now if I could have Jaylen Brown or AD, call me crazy. I'm taking Jaylen Brown. I don't give a fuck. I am. He's always there. He can play defense.
I
He
would
can
rather
shoot.
have him right now too.
Yeah,
that's an
100%.
easy answer.
Yeah,
a stud,
100%. I love Jaylen Brown. I've
So
always
here's
said.
the other part, and let's make this quick. All right, is LeBron staying or is he leaving?
I think he's staying.
I think he's staying.
But he might blame the blue and white and red.
He could be on the way out, guys. I think he'll.
who?
I'll say
Go
for
to-
now.
What if he stays put and he just switches locker rooms? What if he tries to go to the Clippers?
Oh my
Why would he
God.
do that?
Because he could still live his LA lifestyle, and the Clippers team from top to bottom is better than the Lakers.
That
I
would
know,
be
but-
something.
You would have to give up so much for LeBron.
Not really. Because here's the thing. Because next summer, you could lose LeBron for nothing. So what if they say, give us Paul George and we'll give you LeBron? The Lakers have a younger player. Paul George is good. At least they're getting a return instead of him just leaving. Because LeBron is he'll bolt.
I don't want to say this, but I don't know if I don't know if the Clippers do that.
Well, here's the thing.
I really don't.
I don't know if they would simply because of Kawhi and Paul George. But I'm just saying, I don't think LeBron's leaving. I'm just going through scenarios in my head where it
I don't
could
think
work.
he's leaving.
I
at
don't
this
think he would
point.
do that.
Right
That
now,
would be weird.
right now, I'll say he's staying, but
Kobe tried it.
it's looking ugly. All right, Philly Phil, hit me with some MLB shit, because we got to talk Phillies. Oh, man, we got some stuff. We're going to go a little over, but not. I got you still. I got you.
It's all good.
All right. Philadelphia Phillies talk. This is for you, Tommy boy. I see you out there, and I better hear from you here, too. All right. The Phillies have two positional battles that are wrapping up with opening day right around the corner, okay? Oh, there you
I'm
go.
packing, dog. Hey.
So, I want to hear you guys'
don't give a
thoughts. There's two position battles that I'm going to key in on here, and I want you to tell me who deserves to start. And it's not an easy question by any means, because whatever you do is going to alter the path for both of the players who lose on that side, okay? So, I'll start with first third base, because it looks like, guys, I mean, let's be honest here. Didi Gregorius looks like Didi Gregorius, and he's not really movable right now. He's starting to short. Gene Segura's starting to second base. It's pretty clear cut at this point. Didi won his job. And if he's Didi, he should play. Okay? That's a guy that's going to hit 30 homers if he's himself. So that's the preface here. Okay? Third base, though.
His walk-up song is fire, too, yo. That gets me going, yo.
I mean, if he's himself, he's a good player.
Notorious.
2 years ago.
that.
Yeah, that shit's fucking
Didi from
heat.
2 years ago, we'll take that in a heartbeat, okay? All right, so now what happened here as a result is third base turned into a position battle. And you already see Castellanos isn't going to play at all there. I was thinking maybe they'll throw him in there occasionally because he used to play there. It's not happening. It's going to be him in left field, Schwarber at DH. Pretty clear cut. And they'll rotate a little bit. So they've been trying Alec Boehm and Bryson Stott, natural shortstop, at third base. And it's turned into a battle, Okay, I'm going to read you the stats. And I want you to tell me who should be starting. All right? Bryson Stott is hitting .429 in spring training. .429 with an OBP of 529, OPS 1.1 plus. He's raking, guys. He's raking. All right? Mm-hmm. But then you got to call him up. You got to deal with the financial aspect of it, which some of these teams give a shit about that. So, Phillies being known as cheap prior to the past couple signings, you never know, all right? Start that clock up, you got to pay them. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes, all right? You wait till May, it's a different story. That's what teams do usually with these young guys, all right? So there's the first. That's Bryson Stott. And you got Alec Boehm. Started off like shit in spring training. The numbers don't look great. 226, OPS is 649. He's not getting on base, all right? But he just started heating up again this week. And he's already in the MLB. And maybe you want to build up his value in case you do want to move him. Or, flip side is, you send him to the minors and pray he gets better there. But I mean, he did. He's playing better right now to close out spring training. So, tough call here. Two big name prospects. Who should be starting at third base on opening day?
I'm going with the experience. I'll go with Alec Boehm for now.
And is it? What's your reasoning?
Why not? Just give him another chance. I mean, he's still young. He's still, and then like you said, you could build his trade value if you did want to move him. So for me, I'm taking that commodity and seeing what he's got, and then if I can increase his trade value, and I believe that Stott is that guy and better, then yeah, then I got value for the one piece, and then I have the replacement right there. So for me, it's just I would roll with Alec Boehm.
And here's what I should have said too. These are two completely different players. Like Bryson Stott, ripping line drives, all right, all over both sides of the field. Okay, he gets on base, he's got decent speed, and he's got a glove. Boehm, supposed to be a power hitter. That's what he was, 2 years ago.
He was a big prospect coming out too.
Major.
Yeah.
He was major, but he can't play a lick of defense.
I know.
And the Phillies.
Facts.
The Phillies lineup looks a little different. I mean, if he's in it, you got absolutely the worst defense in the entire league. And you just pray that he mashes. So I should have said that first, too. Pause, what do you think?
I'm the same with Boehm.
Yeah?
Because I feel like you could get his trade value. If you think Bryson Stott's that dude, remain patient and know that he's just waiting in the wings to come. You get Boehm, and then you were talking about it a few episodes ago where you could trade him to the A's and get, what's his face?
Yeah, well, Manaea got traded, but Montas is still available.
Montas, yes.
So,
I would try and work that. I would try and work that angle.
It's tough for me, guys.
But you also run the risk of him being trash.
Here's the thing, and I see Tom made a good point, because look, we rushed Scott Kingery, and yeah, I know what happened with him, but his swing got broken too. That was the other thing, and he was playing all different sorts of positions. Like Bryson Stott, if he makes the team, he's going to be playing third base exclusively. And he's going to have that job on lockdown. The difference, though, is I think he's just a more advanced hitter than Scott Kingery was. And he gets on base. He's got an amazing batting eye. So if the Phillies are really serious about winning, which it looks like they are.
They have to be.
I think that Alec Boehm can just as easily rebuild his value in AAA. I think you go out there and you mash with his prospect name, he's still sellable to me. I'm starting the season with Stott, guys. I'm starting the season with Stott. He looks beyond ready right now. Like, he looks incredibly valuable to this team right now. And then you address the defense issue at the hot corner. That's no joke. He's not going to hit for the power, but man,
yeah, I mean,
he looks like a future table setter. This guy's going to be a stud.
Him and DD make the left side of your infield strong.
Like here's the thing. If he didn't just absolutely dominate, and I mean, like, the stats are right up there with Bryce Harper's. If he didn't absolutely dominate, this is a different conversation. But this guy literally, I mean, it just blows you away. It blows you away. I'm going with Stott.
Throwing him right into the fire.
I mean,
it's a good point, though, because, like, if he earned it, he earned it.
He literally had to have a perfect spring training to do this, and he did.
There's no point in holding him back Because at that point, then you can mess with his confidence. Like that stuff does
and
come into play.
I don't give a flying shit about the service time shit. You want to know why? Because the Phillies already showed they didn't care 2 years ago or 3 years ago when they signed Kingery to the deal. They didn't care about the service time. They gave him a deal that was team friendly. You still had to pay.
Opening day is Thursday or Friday?
Oh, jeez.
It's like in 3 or 4 days, right?
It's Friday.
Yeah, I think Friday. Tom would know.
Friday.
Tom, can you confirm opening day is Friday, right?
Bro, I just confirmed it.
Oh, you checked it? All right, my bad.
Yeah, Nick's
I got
feisty.
you. All right, so Friday's opening day. All right. Yeah, he didn't like that comment from me.
Yeah, 'cause
I didn't know you were researching.
You didn't think I was credible, bro.
I thought you were presenting another theory, Nick Theories.
Nah, ain't no theory.
No?
I said Friday. What the fuck does that mean? That's not a theory. It's a fucking date and a time when the Phillies are playing their opening day.
All right, I got you. My apologies. I mean, you know the love, all right? All right. Center field. This is probably more interesting because Matt Vierling was great in his audition time last year. And he started off hot, too, in spring training. Kind of leveled off. He's at 235, 7 ribbies, 671 OPS. But Mickey Moniak out of nowhere, former number 1 overall pick, Mickey Moniak, just caught fire. Again, I mean, this 5 homers, 9 RBIs, 344 average, 1.2 OPS. He is killing the ball right now.
I love Mickey Moniak, dude.
And he's got speed.
Bro.
He's got a glove.
He's a beast.
It's a household name.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, here's the thing.
Who's your center fielder?
Who's your center fielder? Who's your center fielder? Because it seemed like the Phillies were thinking Vierling and Odubel, and that's how you go into it.
I want the Mick.
Do you think
Yeah.
that Mick's ready?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody,
He's killing it now. His confidence is sky high. Put him in there.
Why not?
I think this is the one where the confidence really, really does matter. This is the one where I think if he did absolutely everything he had to do, again, this guy had to have a perfect spring training, but he's already seen the majors a little bit. He had to have a perfect spring training. If you mess with his confidence, I don't know if he'll ever get it back. I mean, this guy put in the work. He was getting called a bust. And he looks different, man. I'm telling you, he looks different.
Tables are turning.
Adjustments.
I think
That's all it
he's ready.
takes. That's baseball for you, man. You know what I mean? Like 1 year you could be dog shit hitting, next year you could be crushing.
Because even last year, he
it's
showed
just
some
one of those
signs,
things.
like even in the minors, he showed some signs of turning around with the bat. Because that's the thing, like you already know he can play center. He might have just answered the biggest question of the Phillies team. Like if Mickey Moniak is putting up numbers anywhere close to this is spring training, I get it. But if he's like, I don't know, even 265 and he's
set.
getting on base at like a 310, that's
set.
amazing value.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm starting him.
I'm starting Mickey Moniak. No hesitation. And Matt Vierling is going to be a good bench bat. That's it.
And with his speed, he could cover the gaps where what's his face like Harper and Castellanos. You know, they're not the best fielders in the world. You know, now you have a speedy center fielder that could close those gaps quicker. You know, take away an extra base hit here and there. Like those plays make differences.
And a guy who's a threat on the base pass too. He can steal. I mean, if I'm trying to win, that's it. I'm going with the guys who earned the job this time because the Phillies say they want to win now, right? I'm going with the 2 guys who look ready. Who I don't want to fuck with them right now. I really don't want to fuck with them.
What's the over-under on home runs for the Phillies in the opening day? I think I'm going to take the overs.
It's a safe bet.
No, I'm serious.
Look
feel
at me
I feel
mashing.
yeah, exactly. I feel like, you know, the juice is flowing and stuff, but I got to check the weather. Fuck that.
Tom, I got you here.
I think rain.
He says, how about
course.
Nola, boys? Aaron Nola looks sharp, man. He's going to have a huge year. I already said it. I already told you guys.
Me and Tom were bullshitting earlier talking about the Phillies.
Tom knows. Ask him what I said.
So I feel like with Nola, like I feel like the thing is with Joe Girardi and stuff, he needs to let our pitchers go deeper in the games.
This is a fact.
Like don't overcoach and rely on the analytics. Like I feel like sometimes they go into a game and it's like, okay, if you get to 70 pitches before the 5th inning, you're out. And it's like, don't do that. Follow the flow of the game. What's going on in the game? Is he dealing? Like if he gets caught up in an inning, it happens. Don't be so because our bullpen lacks. Don't be so quick to go to your relievers in the middle of the fucking game. Like, these are the most properly trained athletes in the world. If he has to throw an extra 10 pitches to win you a game, it's worth it.
I mean, he gets paid like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sports medicine is at the best it's ever been, and the players are hurt more than they've ever been. It just doesn't make any sense.
Throwing gas. But that's not just it. I'm just saying though, he's gonna have an ace season. He's back. Like he looks like he's back. He's gonna be a top 10 pitcher again.
If
I have
him,
no
Wheeler,
problem
and
saying it.
Eflin are,
Eflin is so underrated.
I was just saying that today.
So
dude.
underrated.
He just gets so much shit because he gets injured, but
If Eflin plays to his potential,
He's a
legitimate
terrific
number
third
3
pitcher.
starter in this league.
he's terrific, dude.
And that changes the whole ball game because then you got basically 2 number 3s in Ranger and him. And then you got probably the best number 4 you could have in Gibson, and he's your 5.
I like Gibson.
He eats innings. And he was an all-star. I mean, he's the best innings eater. He's one of the best in the league.
I just
Turned his
think
whole career around. He was shit a few years ago. I told you.
I
guys
miss
this.
Jamie Moyer.
He's kind of, I mean, well, Jamie Moore is the GOAT. But, yeah.
he was the best, bro.
He was.
So,
He threw an 80-mile-an-hour fastball and it was unhittable.
facts.
Can't teach this, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Tell him one more
They should
time.
find Taylor
He needs
Heineke.
this.
Nick
Yeah.
Theory,
Can't
tell him one
teach
more
that.
time
Yes.
before I move a song because we gotta get moving.
Tell him what one more time. You can't teach heart. That's it. That's what he was about.
To measure
And he
the
was
man,
smart as
measure his
fuck.
heart.
Painted the corners, methodical. Loved him.
I'll paint you.
Pain the corner.
World Series champion
Oh
too.
shit!
Don't forget
All right,
it.
Philly
Don't forget
Phil.
it.
Philly Phil. This is facts. Absolute
forget it.
facts. All right, Philly Phil. We got to touch on this. We've been promising. All right, NFL, NBC, for me, please. Because we got some contract year receivers. We're going to have to shorten this up, guys. All right. Contract year wide receivers. So here's the premise, okay? Hold on one sec. No, we can't.
I know.
So, I
know.
mean, we
Go
could.
ahead.
Well, okay.
We're good.
Let me
No.
propose this because we could hold that to Thursday.
Pause.
We could hold the receivers. I mean, but if they get traded, that's the thing. You want to just make a quick,
Yeah, let's do it.
quickie?
Yeah.
Quickies.
Love that.
All right, cool.
That helps.
So there's a bunch of notable contract year receivers on the market, and I've actually now seen, I can confirm this, I've seen that 3 of the 4 names I'm about to tell you might potentially be on the move. Not now, but soon enough. And it's crazy, because, yeah, I'll explain, okay? Here's the names, guys. And we're going to decide what happens with these guys next, all right? Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin. These are the cream of the crop. These guys are legit wide receiver ones in the NFL. First, I want to ask you this. Who's the best receiver of the group? Right there. If you had to pick, who's the best receiver? Disregard contract, team situation. Who's the best receiver out of those 4? That's a tough decision, right?
I probably lean towards AJ Brown, maybe.
I didn't think anyone would say that.
Me neither. I'm actually shocked you said that. I thought you were going to go DK.
You want to know why?
I love DK. I do.
I know you're a DK guy. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, that's a tough question. I mean, it's
I was going to say A.J. Brown, too.
I mean, he's
Shit.
the only problem with him is he's injury prone. I feel like that is the biggest issue with him. I mean, I think when he puts it all together and he's healthy, he's as explosive as anybody in the league.
He gets nicked up. That's his thing.
Yeah.
He didn't miss too many games, but he gets nicked up.
He scares me, bro.
It's a little scary because he's a bigger guy.
Pause.
Holes.
So,
But he's like, he can do it all. I think he's a little more well-rounded than DK. And Deebo, he's fucking amazing. These guys are all amazing, okay? Debo's like a do-it-all guy. I mean, if I want a wide receiver 1 that I know can fit any scheme possible, I think that A.J. Brown is that guy. If I have a spread scheme, and I can get Deebo the ball in space, that's what my team likes to do, Debo's the perfect fit.
Yeah, like that's right.
You know, it really is kind of fit. But
Yeah.
I do think A.J. Brown is probably the most well-rounded of the group. And I didn't think anyone would say that.
I'm actually shocked, too, that you guys
two
both
of
said
us say it.
I'm on the island. I think it's scary fucking.
The best.
I think it's Terry
I mean,
McLaurin.
he's really fucking good.
Here's
dude.
my thing with Terry McLaurin. I feel like this gets overlooked. His stats are pretty identical to all those, to A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf.
And hasn't had a QB.
The difference is that Terry McLaurin has played with Kyle Allen, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heineke, Alex Smith, and he's played with all average ass to below average quarterbacks. So
But who's to say
Great point, but also
But who's to say that's not garbage time yardage either?
because he still has to catch the ball and stuff like that.
that guy gets open.
I'm not saying that.
I know what you
I'm
mean.
not saying that.
I know what you mean.
But you know what I mean.
100%. Yeah.
When quarterbacks like mid-tier guys have like fucking 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 20 picks, they're like,
it's a
oh, he's
passing
good.
league.
He's fucking legit. Look at his stats.
Yeah.
Bro, they're like fucking 5 and 9.
Some of those guys, yeah, they do have empty stats.
Like, what are we talking about? So it's like
Scary though.
But I get it. I get
He's a
it.
separation
That's
king.
what I meant. I just
He's
wanted
a
to clarify that.
separation
No,
king.
it's great. And I love Terry McLaurin. And I actually think for my
But he's
boy,
not better than Debo.
Debo, like, I don't even put Debo in that. Debo's like he's a weird dude. I
He's
can't
gonna
put
get.
him.
He's not gonna get that love right now, which is
No,
crazy.
it's not even that I'm not giving the love because Debo overall is like the perfect guy for a team because
For the Niners, the scheme is perfect for him.
yeah, all right, that's a fair point. I know what you're saying there. But like I feel like Debo can produce and I think Debo's really good. Like but that's a good
Yeah.
because I don't know if you just line Debo up on the outside play after play, can he produce the way he's doing it now? Because a lot of his shit comes on runs. Because
Right.
we were laughing last
Yeah.
year when you said, "Yo, is Debo Samuel a running back or is he a wide receiver?"
I think the thing
And that was a
is
fair
that
question
yeah,
last
no.
year.
more people
For real.
might change their answer if he does it again next year. That's
Which
all.
I think he is, and he'll benefit if
I think so, too.
if Trey Lance is the starter, he will benefit because of Trey Lance's ability to run.
And now his route tree opens up too. He's going to be running all sorts of routes, not just the short,
Yeah,
throw me the
so-
ball and I make a play.
And
You
I
can do
don't-
everything.
And to go back to the stats thing, like I don't know if it's more of like a crazy stat that Terry McLaurin is on par with DK Metcalf, or more of an indictment on DK Metcalf that he has Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett opposite of him, and they have very similar stats, with McLaurin edging him in a few of them.
Yeah, but that's also due to scheme too. Like I don't feel like Seattle maximized their potential. Like I feel like
That's
when you
also
guys
true.
if you have Russell Wilson and you have 2 top 20 receivers, like you should be lighting the league up.
I
You know
didn't
what I
let
mean?
him cook.
And that's what like
They
I
let
get
him-
it.
they let him
But the
cook for
talent,
half a season.
The
That's
talent
all.
level is there though. Like when you watch DK Metcalf, man, like,
Unbelievable.
he jumps off the screen. Like
He's
you
the
know
most-
he's there. You know he's on the field. You know where he's at. Like he makes plays. So like
Quick comparison.
I get it.
He's the most physically gifted of that group.
100%. And
He
here's
runs
quick,
a damn near 4.3,
it's ridiculous.
quick comparison.
and he's
that just
6'5".
Quick came in my head real
Jacked.
quick about
Jacked.
about McLaurin. I feel like Terry McLaurin reminds me a lot of Amari Cooper. He gets crazy separation. He can run the entire route tree, and he just kind of gets like overlooked as being a top guy.
And that's another guy where QB boost, team should be in contention. He's going to get seen a little bit more.
Who?
Another guy, Terry McLaurin. Separation machine.
Oh yeah, I think he's going to have a
Yeah.
really good year with Wentz. If
I'm
Wentz
agreeing with
stays
you.
healthy all throughout the season, I think he'll have a really good year.
All right, so let's move on, guys. So if you had to pick, though, when you do consider everything, skill set, injury, fit, who do you think you would prefer to go after the most? And your answer can stay the same. That's okay.
I'm still going with Terry McLaurin. I just think
He's the most durable.
I think overall Terry McLaurin gives me the most consistent, solid wide receiver play that you need.
Considering injury and stuff. I would have to go. I would have to go DK Metcalf, bro. When I watch him play, he's just a different animal.
You said he jumps off the screen.
Yeah, like
That's the perfect way to put
you
it.
gotta, because as a defense, you gotta be cognizant where he's at all times. I mean, and you can say the same for all the receivers.
I got you.
I get it, but like if we're talking about injury history and all that other stuff, yeah, I'm taking the more built athlete in my opinion, and I think his skill is top notch, bro. Like
I think
you saw him hawk down that
he's
that
special.
defender, bro.
He's special.
Like that's not human.
Do you think he drowns with Drew Lock this year?
If he's the QB, which I'll be stunned if you start the season with Drew Lock. It sounds like they'll at least give him a few games, maybe bring in a rookie.
Because my thought is, if you're not going to pass the ball with Russell Wilson, why are you going to pass the ball with Drew Lock?
And
or
this is
something
the other
else?
thing. If you don't want to pay him and whatever, you got to get rid of him now, get some value. Same reason why, like, hey, if you're the Eagles and you don't think Hurts is the guy, you're not going to get a DK because you get a rookie and try and build something out of him.
I
The
swear
same kind of theory on both ends.
I swear the Packers are lurking for DK Metcalf.
The Packers and Chiefs have already called, supposedly.
They're 100%
DK
lurking.
is supposedly available, even though DK himself today said he's not available.
Per
A.J.
DK.
Brown and Jalen Hurts have been going
You
back
would've
and
thought-
forth.
I saw that.
And they're close, guys. I still would go A.J. Brown, too. I think that no one has seen enough of him because he plays on a run-first team. When they give him the ball, when they target him 10 times, I mean, do you see the stats? The stats jump off the page. That guy is like literally a threat. I know, A, he's going to show up every week, and B, he's a threat to go 10 for 200 every single week. That's how good he is.
I mean, not for nothing. Like, if A.J. Brown gets traded off Tennessee, what are they going to do?
There's no way. There's no way.
If I'm I'd be like,
There's a way. It's out there. Let's just
like,
put it
yeah.
that way. The only one of
fuck
this
my guys
group.
at?
So today,
I got nobody.
today was the first time I saw Terry McLaurin get mentioned as possibly a trade candidate.
See where you capping.
Like,
But
so,
not, I would be stunned, but I saw it for the first time. I don't believe it. I think Debo's the most safe of the group
yeah.
as far as like who's staying. Okay, so that was the next question. Who do you think's most likely to be traded? And I would say DK.
I'm saying DK.
Most likely.
DK, because of the way that the Seahawks off season has gone.
Yep.
Like if you're the Titans, you just signed Robert Woods, you have Derrick Henry, and you have AJ Brown, and you still have Tannehill, who's mids, but on the higher end of mids. So it's like, okay, you have a good a complete offense there. The Commanders get Carson Wentz, high end mids. Now you have a complete offense with Gibson, him, McLaurin, and Sims. Who I think he could play a little bit, and Logan Thomas, and then you have the Niners with that goes without saying they're loaded if they keep Jimmy G.
So now the follow-up is this, guys. Where do you think each receiver will wind up? And I'll tell you mine. I'll give you the quick answer. I think Debo's staying. I think Terry McLaurin's staying. I'm going to say A.J. Brown's staying. But don't be surprised if they get the right offer, he moves. I think he's staying. DK, though, I think he's getting moved. I think it's going to be a little closer to the draft. And right now my hunch is this, because I know the Chiefs and Packers are after him the most. I think he's going to Kansas City because they don't want him in the conference. And also, look the fuck out. If they get him, I mean, the speed is there. Like, that's...
Mahomes really can't win with.
It's actually kind of crazy that DK is right up there in speed. Like, Tyreek Hill is a different breed, but he's right up there.
Do the same shit.
He's a 4'3", but he's 6'5". Yeah, I mean, look the fuck out. That's a perfect fit as far as what they want to do as a team. Where do you guys think these guys are going? And then we're closing shop here.
I'm saying the same thing, except I think that he's gonna go to the Packers. I think the Packers are lurking, and they don't have to pay him this year.
Because they both got the compensation to do it.
Yep.
And the Packers are going to have a hard time paying him, though.
Correct.
I think he gets an extension the second he's moved. That's why I think KC.
They've been weirdly quiet ever since the Devontae.
That's weird. That's weird. Nick, what do you think?
I think all of them are staying besides DK. I think DK Metcalf is going to go to New England.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
Even after the Parker trade?
Yeah, because
you posed this and it sounded perfect in theory.
Devontae Parker, to me, doesn't move the needle for the Patriots. I mean, he has a problem staying healthy, and not for nothing, the Patriots should actually learn their lesson and not rely on mid-tier guys like that to be a number one. Go out and go get your guy. If you got Mac Jones, you gotta get him a wide receiver.
He would work.
You gotta get him a wide
wonders
receiver.
for Mac.
You get DK Metcalf, you get Devontae Parker. Now you're cooking.
If he still goes there, kudos to you.
Absolutely.
I don't know
think
about that now.
I think he's going
but it's
there.
a perfect fit, though.
I think he's going there, no question. I think he's either going there, and then the runner-up, I would say, would be the Ravens. I think the Ravens could swoop in because it's out of conference. I feel like they've been looking for another wide receiver as well. I think he would fit that team. Along with Mark Andrews, they would be.
I just don't know if they're as
Yeah.
desperate.
Shot Bateman
But
would benefit
The
most
Chiefs
from
are going to be more desperate. That's all.
We're gonna see.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
I think for I'm gonna go with Patriots. That's my gut reaction. Just the comments that he said he wanted to be a leader on Seattle. I think Belichick looks at that and is like, this is the kind of guy that I want to build in our culture. So he's perfect Patriot. DK Patriot, book it.
Well, you got it on record now.
Fucking right.
Family, this is our closeout question tonight, all right? Because I promise you golf, and you're going to get 1 fucking minute of golf. Tiger Woods, 14 months after being in a life-threatening, pretty much career-ending injury, looks like he might play in the Masters this week. So my question to you is this. I'll make this facts or cap, okay? Tiger Woods will play at the Masters. Facts or cap?
Facts.
Facts.
I think he's facts too,
It's
man.
still,
He
it's
looks
still burning in
good.
the pit of his stomach.
Yo,
Facts.
you see any of those clips? He looks like he's back and he's in serious form. The follow-up is this. Do you think he makes the cut?
Yeah, he didn't lose it.
I think he makes the cut.
100%.
I'm going to bet on it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll say facts.
I'm going to bet on it.
I
don't know what the odds are right now.
Yeah, you don't bet against legends.
I'm going to
gonna
bet
win that
I'm going
bitch.
to bet he's making the cut, but I don't know what he'll do from there. Anyway, though, family, thank you as always. We gave you a little extra time there. We've been kind of doing that because we love podding. These are just facts, okay? But next show is this Thursday at 8 p.m. All right? Stay tuned, and I'm going to wrap it up right now. All right? Episode 70 of P&I was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up for Prize Picks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. It's a hell of a deal. Go there right now. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, be sure to catch us live every single show at the Props Network at propshq.com. Go over there and subscribe to us. You won't regret it. And that's all I got, everybody. Nick Theories, take it over.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher, and all that other shit. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, and we will see you guys this Thursday at P&I.